fast passes in forward and then shoot on frame and then be dangerous. So this is what makes us a really good team, and I think the fans can also see that on the pitch. Happy to be here, and it's a pleasure.
Tomas Ostrak, thank you for your time today. Have a great game on the pitch on Sunday.
Yeah, thank you very much, and see you at the stadium.
I really enjoyed talking with Tomas. You know, it's actually, he told me pronounced Tomas. He told me really cool story about his first Bundesliga start, an assist on top of it, beating Leuven's Bochum at the time.
Yeah, you know, there's a little rivalry going on in between the two of them.
Yeah, I love that. Sure. And I got to call out here, too. It feels like, you guys, it's louder than it normally is. There was a flag show on the pitch with the Pump Me Up music, of course. Time now for Joey and Dale to talk about some 3 things we should be looking for in today's match.
Well, it's going to be a really tough matchup for City. Despite what you might see on the table, can't get complacent, can't take anything for granted. Dale, what do you think we're in store or is in store for us here today?
Yeah, you know, the first thing we have to look for today is Roman Burke. And we've said his names a number of times, but he's a big one to deal with some of the field tilt entries. Ricky Puge, very important as well. And how are we going to deal with countering on their possession of the ball?
All right, we'll catch it on the flip side. Joey and Dale will be back with you. Thanks, guys. St. Louis City, LA Galaxy, starting lineups and opening kick coming up next. This has been the Together Credit Union pregame show on Y98.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Hi, it's Alan Masters. Join me and my brother David for Advice Line, 10 to midnight, Monday through Friday on 720 KDON and 101.5 FM. That's Advice Line, America's radio counseling program. If you've got problems, we've got answers. Monday through Friday, 10 to midnight.
Every Father's Day, my dad opens his gift and boom, there it is. Dad face. He's not mad, just disappointed. So this year, I go on Instacart and order him stainless steel grill tools from Lowe's, headphones from Best Buy, and face wash from Sephora. Boom. Because when he's not giving dad's face should look great. Get Father's Day gifts delivered in as fast as 1 hour with Instacart. Visit instacart.com to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. $10 minimum per order. Additional terms apply.
How do you give hope to a child in the foster care system? It starts with your heart. That tug you feel on yours when you hear that children are waiting for a stable, loving voice to speak up for their best interests. And then it becomes your time. What started out as a feeling that maybe you could make a difference becomes the difference. Change a child's story. There is a child waiting for a volunteer like you.
Please volunteer 2 hours a week as a court-appointed special advocate. Call 702-455-CASA.
KYKY and HD1 St. Louis.
Broadcasting live from the On Entry Lawyers GetJim.com studios.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At Clark County Credit Union, we offer lower loan rates, bonus products, and personalized services to help our members realize their financial goals and dreams. Right now, CCCU has low auto loan rates. Plus, this year, we returned a $2.6 million bonus dividend to members just for using the credit union services they need every day, like auto loans, credit cards, and checking accounts. Open an account today. It's the perfect time to get the car of your dreams with a great auto loan rate from CCCU. Funds privately insured by American Share Insurance.
Here's the first customer that bought a car.
The Avondross, that's the first day.
First one.
No furniture in the building.
Over the last 25 years, Finley Toyota has led the city in new and used car sales. We've had the most victories, the most sponsorships, and we believe the happiest customers. We've made the best memories and lasting friendships from the bottom of our hearts.
We love you, Las Vegas!
It's our 25th anniversary. Come in and see what makes Finley Toyota so special.
Okay, here's the situation. Our daughter Mia is leaving for camp. We have friends coming to stay, and we just got a puppy. So I go on Instacart and solve everything in one order from Kohl's. A suitcase and bathing suit for Mia, new bedding for the guest room, and a vacuum cleaner that actually picks up pet hair. All delivered in as fast as an hour. With Kohl's on Instacart, there's no sitch we can't solve. Good boy. Visit instacart.com to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. $10 minimum order. Additional terms apply.
At Lerner & Rowe, we know that car wrecks don't take the weekends off, and neither do we. If you've been hurt in a car wreck over the weekend, you don't have to wait until Monday to get the help you need. We have people standing by right now, ready to take your call, ready to give you free advice, ready to help you get the medical attention you need. You don't have to wait until Monday to call an attorney. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe. We are the 24/7 injury attorneys, and we're available to get the help you need right now.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Randy Westbrook, managing attorney.
Hi, this is Pat from Finding Common Ground. Join us live every Saturday from 3 to 5 on KDON. Dean and I will discuss all the hot topics of the week, from politics to sports, from a national and local perspective. As you know, topics can be very challenging. So join in the discussions as we try to seek solutions and answers that impact all of us. That's Finding Common Ground every Saturday live from 3 to 5 on 101.5 FM KDON, or here live on the Odyssey app.
So why should I use the Real Estate Guide team if I want to buy or sell? We offer 0 interest cash advances for all sellers, do all repairs if necessary, and offer free attorney representation on all short sales. Sounds like everything the Real Estate Guide does is truly to help their clients.
We buy ugly, and uglier houses in 5 days or less, always giving our client top dollar.
Oh yeah, we have seen it all. So call Nevada's #1 real estate brand,
The Real Estate Guide.
Today, 702-310-6683. eXp Realty, license number 38886. Call for details.
Jackie Joyner-Kersey joins Roman Berkey for the ceremonial and the official coin toss at midfield. Joey and Dale out here for you on this overcast afternoon. Dale, we know who's flipping the coin. Who the heck else is out on the field?
Well, for LA tonight, we'll see Jonathan Boyd start in goal and Jonathan Boyd will start in goal. We'll have Calgary, Cesaris, Neal, and Audie will play across the back. In midfield, we'll see Tyler Boyd on the right, Delgado, Brugman, Douglas Costa on the left. Ricky Pooch will play in between the front players and the midfield, and Dejan Joveljic, who is replacing Chicharito, and a good Dejan Joveljic. What a replacement he is as a center forward for LA.
Galaxy are in their all-white look this afternoon. City, of course, in the city red, except for Berkey, who is in that bright green. Who's going to be in front of this MLS best keeper?
Yeah, we'll look at a familiar lineup again. We'll see Nowinski on the right, Bartlett, Parker in the center of the back, Kyle Hebert on the left. Another Canadian selection for Kyle Hebert, which we'll talk about later on. Edward Leuven, Jabalo Blom in the center of the park. Rasmus Alm, Jared Stroud will play wide. Niko Jalkini and Indy Vasilev will play together up front. Or Vasilov may be a little withdrawn, but certainly will press out of a two-man front.
Starting lineups presented by American Family Insurance. Vasilev to the ball in the center circle. It's time to kick these tires and light these fires. First day game of the season for City out here at City Park. Thanks so much for joining us. Obviously, rain was heavy at times this morning. It does appear to have tapered off, and we are dry under cloudy skies at 68 degrees as City looks to make it 4 in a row at home and 4 in a row overall. Team took a brief sojourn down to Dallas that went the wrong way on Wednesday, but that game was the completion of a May 6 contest. The City still riding the wave of a 10-1 outscoring opponent's homestand here in the last few weeks. It's played back by Vasilev. We are ready to go as Berkey quarterbacks long. Jokini got the head to it. Move in here in the LAN. Ball still in the air. A lot of heading in this game of soccer tennis. Flung forward by Hebert. Finally brought down by Blom. Jokini gets a steal in deep. Tries to take it to the top of the box. And ends up slashing a Galaxy defender down, going after the ball on the ground. Opening minute. Just getting started here, and already a man down for the visitors.
Roman Berkey playing the big ball off the kickoff deep. Ball's contested. Jalkini a little late on a tackle. Restart for LA in the back third of the field, just on top of their 18.
Victor Rivas, our referee, stopping play for Jalen Neal, youngster with a great future ahead of him. He is part of this LA Galaxy back line that's developing. A lot of youngsters that are known more as a midfield team, but There's some talent on this roster for being a last place team.
Yeah, and Jalen Neal is certainly a guy that fans will become familiar with him as he goes through the national team ranks. He's been capped already. He's a good one.
On his feet now, the restart goes outside. Aude fires it down that left-hand attacking sideline. It's bumped out of bounds by Nerwinski right around midfield. Toss here for the Galaxy. And Ricky Pooch leaves it back for a teammate to fire in. City and the Galaxy just getting started. $1.40 gone as Neal controls it in the back in front of their keeper, Jonathan Bond. Rolled along the top of the box. Caligari ends up with it on the right side. Challenged by Jared Stroud, returning to the lineup here today. Ball played back toward the center line. Blom stepped through. Wasn't whistled for a foul as Dejan Joveljic went down. Good clean challenge. Ball slipped through all the way back to Berkey. Roman now with 57 saves, but it's really his distribution that makes him so lethal. Fired it all the way to the other box. Vasilev couldn't quite catch up to it. Rasmus Alm challenging Gaston Brugman. Ball leads back to the middle where it's tapped by Leuven. Nerwinski angles it back to Berkey. City taking on this LA Galaxy team after the opening contest of this series between these two teams was delayed, postponed to later in the season after an early snowstorm out there on the California coast. City getting the chance against this Galaxy team for the first of two times this year. Leuven snakes one through. Vasilev to flare it outside. Got challenged hard. Tyler Boyd trying to come up with a loose ball. Rips it forward to the Galaxy. City scrambling back to get in front, but the Galaxy weave it to the right side. Caligari charges to the top of the 18. Shot with far post and trickled it well wide.
Caligari found himself forward on the outside flank as Tyler Boyd switched the point of attack. Caligari twice looked to shoot it. I think he realized he was against Berkey, had to be particularly sharp in his finishing attempt.
Ball bumped away from Vasilev at midfield by Mark Delgado. Starts a chance 3 minutes in for the Galaxy, but we stay tied. Nothing. It was far from that final between Houston and LAFC yesterday. The Dynamo blew out the reigning champs. Final score of 4-0. That's our Woods Basement Systems scoreboard. Woods Basement Systems, drying up wet basements since 1986. WoodsBasementSystems.com. Long ball out of the back of the restart. Leuven taps a loose ball forward. Stroud at the top of the box, centering. Just pushed it out in front. Leuven tried to catch up. He wanted Giochini. Ball cleared from the spot by the Galaxy. Now reclaimed with the help of Bartlett at the midway stripe. Hebert rolls it down the gutter. Stroud catching up to it on the left side. Trying to cut it back in. Off the boot of Caligari. It's a corner for City.
What an interesting start as we see LA pushing their two wide guys very high, and they're finding themselves slow in transition. St. Louis City found themselves with numbers up in the counterattack and just missed the pass to Leuven that would have led to a chance for sure.
He had a channel in front of him right to the net. Vasilev from this side is going to strike it off, and it's Leuven here from the left-hand attacking side, but Vasilev, 4.5 minutes into a scoreless game, with the left foot, lifts one toward the top of the six back post. Parker's header ends up hot air ballooning way over the bar and out of play. City, decent looks here, but we stay scoreless as the Galaxy come into town for the fourth straight home game for City. Team will return on June 21st against RSL. That was where the Galaxy went to Salt Lake on Wednesday. Almost overcame a 3-0 deficit. Lost Chicharito to a torn ACL. Open Cup quarterfinal, a highlight of their season so far. They go back through the keeper Bond. He was putting on pressure, but he lets it loose to Caligari. Pebble skipped into the pond, center circle, picked off by Nerwinski. Knocks forward, stolen away by Brugman. Galaxy break out with it. Pushed to the left side by Boyd. Into the City end, they look for him again. Boyd pushes it back to the sideline, weaving with Aude. City able to close the door. Nerwinski bangs it out of bounds. Galaxy on a toss. LA still on the attacking end. Delgado spins it back toward the center circle. The team is coached by Greg Vanny. So much success in Toronto. Rasmus Alm challenging for a ball here at midfield. He knocks down Ricky Pouge. Foul comes in against Alm. Boy, Vanny looking for some of that Toronto magic to turn this Galaxy season around.
And we talked about Ricky Pouge and the three things to watch. He's an unbelievable dribbler. So first, from a systematic perspective, he's going to sit between lines. He really doesn't have a defensive responsibility. He'll have the freedom to go find the ball where he wants, and watch him on the dribble. Unbelievable passer, but even better dribbler.
Josh Gessman telling us on the Together Credit Union pregame show that his biggest strength is his unpredictability. City making things difficult at midfield. Force a bad pass out of bounds at midfield. Escaped away from Aude, and now Nerwinski on a toss just inside the City end. Looking long for Giochini here in the 7th minute. Headed away by the Galaxy. Flick back into the attacking zone. Jabalo Blom, who was not active on Wednesday, looking to reclaim it at midfield. Caught a hip check, didn't get a whistle. Galaxy maintaining possession, and they go back through Neal. Martin Caceres, the 36-year-old out of Uruguay, helps usher it to the right side. Caligari moved it back toward the middle. Now Delgado. Nice little pinball action here. Douglas Costa feeds it down the right side. Caligari came streaking through. Good challenge at the last moment by Parker. Forced the ball back to Berkey. Clearance headed from midfield by LA, but quickly reclaimed by City. Rasmus Alm pushes it back to Nerwinski. Alm, the sprinter, looking to get going down that right sideline. Now comes back to the ball. Tries to angle it to the center circle. Delgado with the interception there. Thread forward. Push about 15, 20 yards from box. Catches 2 bodies, spills, and a yellow card's coming against City. First card of the game, 7.5 in. Leuven and a friend trying to close the door on Puig and spilled him, drew the card.
Yeah, restart from 35 yards out. I think one thing we have to notice straight away, Joey, is the quality of the 2 defensive midfield players for LA. You have Brookman and Delgado, both outstanding in ball recovery and ball retention. And that allows Puig the freedom to do some of the creative attacking things that he does. All 135 pounds of him, by the way. He is a little guy, isn't he? My goodness, he's tiny.
Slender but dangerous. Puig right around the ball. City getting set up here. Douglas Costa right around it as well. 3-man wall just outside the penalty arc. Giochini in the middle, Parker and Leuven flanking him. Scoreless game, 8:20 in. Costa repelled, slammed it into the bricks. Deflects way out wide. City wall proves to be the difference. Now some pressure coming on the Galaxy end as they ease it back toward Bond. Alm closing in. Almost blocked a clearance. Instead, it's chested down at midfield by Hebert. Brings it out of the air to feed Leuven. Stripped from behind here by Brookman. Tries to run up the right sideline. Leuven's pressure knocks it out of bounds, but the Galaxy fly forward for throw. Joveljic was ready to catapult in. Caligari instead will come forward here. 9 into this game and just toss it back toward midfield. Dallas was playing back a lot, slowing the game down on Wednesday. City fell to the FC Dallas side. Final score of 2-0 in that completion match. You're back at home at City Park, the Galaxy. Swinging fields deep in the City end. Costa can't catch up to a ball toward the flagstick. Actually, yes, he can. Keeps it alive on the sideline. Tries to charge past Hebert. Tap back. Round Stroud still pressuring the ball against Delgado. Move back toward the center circle. Caceres will feed Neal. The Galaxy have shown the penchant for going back rather than forward. Trying to go forward here, repelled by Alm. Aude tried to serve it toward the end line. Rasmus fearlessly sticks the boot in. City unbeaten in 8 of 9 games that Alm has played in this season. The Galaxy reclaimed. Costa down the right side from the top of the box. Tries a left-footed shot around Hebert and rolls it just wide near post.
So we're learning a few things here early about LA. One, they want 3 points. They are about playing forward. Their movement has showed that they're willing to create spaces going forward. The second thing we learned is both wide players are on their off wings. Tyler Boyd is wide left, but he's a righty. And Costa is wide right, and he's a lefty.
How many times do you see that? On ball, Leuven takes it out of the air with the toe. Giochini stripped there in the middle of the field. I mean, how often do you see that?
It's when you have his ability, probably more often than when you and I would try to do it.
Costa, a 32-year-old from Brazil, plays a good ball out wide on the attacking end. Galaxy once again putting pressure on City here in this 0-0 affair. Costa receives the ball 10 yards from box. Knocks it to the right sideline. This youngster, 21 years old, Caligari, again content to move back. Galaxy take it back toward midfield. This match is presented by University of Missouri St. Louis, celebrating 60 years of transforming lives through higher education. Galaxy perhaps learning something from that FC Dallas team that gave City some trouble the way at a stadium.
The difference here is LA, when they knock the ball back, they're still looking to swing it or change it to probe the play forward. Right,
Not playing just that long ball toward a Ferrer.
Exactly right. Instead of playing it back and then just hoofing it forward, they are looking to probe and find a way to connect to get forward into some spaces.
And to the City team's credit, they learned something from down there in Dallas. Get a takeaway at midfield. That's ushered toward Alm. Fired outside to Stroud. Into the box. Centralization deflected. Leuven tries to hop on the ball, but Caligari and co. evacuate. Galaxy happy to escape. After a good play engineered by Blom in the middle, he and Stroud take one away in the Galaxy end. Nowinski keeps it in his zone. Flown forward here by Rasmus. Ships towards Stroud. Back post volley. Far post way wide. From the right side, Alm in the air to Stroud, who tried to right foot it. Fling it past Bond. The effort's very much appreciated from this City crowd.
I don't know if he could have got to his head there. Paulo Rossi in 82 scored 5 goals with his head. We'll see here when the replay of Stroud could have maybe got down and knotted it home. Great run by him. Maybe not, a little low, huh?
Terrific connection and terrific idea, but Stroud sends it well wide, and we stay scoreless here. And this game's 13th minute. Make sure you are with us throughout the afternoon here on Y98. Jackie Joyner-Kersey going to join us at halftime. Stroud putting some pressure here on Bond, but knocks it loose with his foot. Away at midfield, Gioacchini tried to flick it on toward Leuven. Instead, the Galaxy reclaim. Down the right side, Costa. The ball kept alive on the sideline here. Hebert knocks it from midfield toward the center circle. Galaxy bang it toward Berkey. Comes out of the box to settle it with his feet. City keeps possession. Bartlett and Parker with it in the back. Hebert in on the action. 14th minute. City's gotten a corner from Vasilev. Galaxy have had a good chance breaking in as well. Costa one wide in the early minutes, but right now on this ultimately, I think, comfortable day. Cloudy, certainly escaped the heat even with the threat of rain. City doing well against this Galaxy team, looking to make it 4 in a row at home. Stroud out of the center circle. Leuven. Poke in the middle with Jabalo Blom. Double pivot, the key to this success as of late. City entering a critical homestand early in the season have proven brilliant so far. Bartlett inching forward. Blom to Gioacchini. Now Stroud left it in the penalty arc. Gioacchini overran it slightly. Blom tries to keep it alive. Galaxy clearance not clean. Control it just inside their own end. Brugman trying to step toward the center line. Nowinski with a challenge. Sent forward by the Galaxy. They stayed on despite City protestations. Jovic didn't run with it. He might have had the defenders beat. Dropped it back, though, for Costa. Puig breathes it to the left-hand side. L.A. setting up well outside the City box. Knocked back by Aude, another 20-year-old on their defensive line. Caceres is the senior citizen at 36. Everybody else 22 and below for these LA Galaxy defenders. Moving forward, Jovic again content to send outside. Tyler Boyd out of New Zealand pokes on the edge of the City box. Now Puig, 30 yards from goal, scoots a pass to the top of the box. Quick shot on a turnaround by Delgado. But the 28-year-old out of Glendora makes it easy for Berkey. Just rolls it. Simple pickup for Berkey. Punts it way long. Gioacchini chests it outside to Stroud. Bursts in the box. Jared leaves it back. Gioacchini tries to poke out. Second ball deflected for Vasilev. But it ended up clipped away by the Galaxy defense out of the box. City with a couple of chances to break these goose eggs. Galaxy once again just grateful to get out of it. Costa and Delgado play with it on the sideline. Twirl it inside to Puig, who's going to move it through the back line. So close, so far.
Yeah, an unbelievable setup with Gioacchini and Stroud with hard work. And Indy Vasilev tries to throw his head and shoulders one way and allow the ball to come across his body. It doesn't quite come off.
Delgado picks up the ball outside the City box. Tucked it inside from the top of the box. A chip opportunity for Puig. Ends up way, way high. 15:52 gone by first half. Nothing here at City Park. It's time for the Ted Drew Sports Desk. Jen Cease, what do you got for us?
Well, as you guys probably called out, City SC currently sits on 9 wins, and we can make expansion club history today with another victory. Excluding the shootout era, LAFC, the other LA, holds that record for fastest expansion club to 10 regular season wins in 18 matches. We would have done it in 16.
Yeah, we'll still have the Nashville contest coming up on Saturday as a spare. City with the ball in the box. Remember, fans, Ted Drews is celebrating St. Louis soccer with a new flavor called City Red. It's a mouth-watering blend of Ted's delicious vanilla custard, maraschino cherries, coconut, and Dad's oatmeal cookie. A St. Louis tradition since 1929. Ted Drews on Chippewa.
Just to follow up on Jen's comment there, we have been better when LA has the ball. And when we're on the break, we have created a number of chances. We have created 3 really good chances so far in this game to have scored the first goal.
Roman Berkey with the ball at his feet. The pace of play has gotten a little bit molasses-laden here, perhaps to the advantage of the Galaxy. City trying to speed it up. Chested out of the air on the sideline by Hebert at midfield. Tucking it with Leuven and Vasilev. Now Hebert getting a bit of space down that left sideline. Touches forward. Stroud just on the edge of the box. Tries a cross. Deflected out of bounds. City with its second corner as Caligari ushers that one over the end line.
Really great understanding between Hebert and Stroud. Stroud wants it behind. Hebert can't get it there. Stroud comes back. Hebert splits it between 2 defenders for Stroud, who tries to get into the half space. We earned the corner kick.
18th minute. Edward Leuven trying to score this game's first goal right in front of the supporters section. Flags waving. Leuven surveying with the left hand. Raises it now with the right foot. Strikes it along the top of the 6. It's headed away by the Galaxy. Pops loose. Nerwinski. Second phase. Looks back. Post header. Bartlett got a piece up in the air. Keeper comes out to punch. Bond spilled Bartlett and a Galaxy man. Touched by Leuven outside the box. Keeps it alive with Vasilev. From the edge of the box on the left side, he's turned back by a couple of defenders. Lost his footing on this somewhat slick surface. Eases back through Leuven. Shakes and bakes. Gives to Vasilev. Touched outside. Stroud approaching the box. Fires a right-footed skipper. The short hop is handled well by Bond, who caught it with the chest and the orange gloves.
You know, we've seen on the corner kicks, both corner kicks have been pulled outside the 6-yard box. Bond is 6'5". Difficult to deal with for us to win corner kicks in so tight. There's Stroud, smacks one on the ground, bounces it into Bond, who collects it inside the 6, does not spill it for a rebound.
Bond splits time with Jonathan Klinsmann, son of former men's national team head coach Jurgen Klinsmann. It was Klinsmann in that 3-2 loss for LA on Wednesday. Have trouble keeping possession, running up the right side. 32-year-old Brazilian Costa toes it out of bounds. Hebert from the midway stripe bounces it to Stroud. Takes it out of the air with the chest. Stroud from the left side gutter flicks the ball over the top. Leuven trying to spring to it, having to fight for it here with Caceres. And Caceres able to pogo stick it out. Taken out of the air by Parker. Spun up the left sideline on a resuscitated opportunity by Hebert. To the end line, Stroud centralizing. Head of Neal greets it and stays in bounds. Another try, cross Stroud. Alm was teeing it up. He may have been bumped a bit by Aude. Now they bump in the corner, and Aude knocks it out of bounds. Alm with a great challenge to force a corner. Third of the game for City.
Stroud with unbelievable visions. He finds Alm at the back post. Puts it right on his right foot as Alm's ready to volley it.
Second chance cross by Stroud. Gets the first corner from the right side for City.
Good defending there from Alm. The left back just got in the way, huh, Joe?
Able to disrupt Alm just enough. He had the wiffle ball bat ready on that. He was ready to crank it right out of the park and into the top shelf.
Let's see if we can tease Bond to come out for one that he's not able to deal with.
21st minute. Leuven, right foot, goes to the top corner of the box, far side. Skips through to Nerwinski. Tucked toward that penalty spot off the head of Hebert. It bounces loose to Vasilev, and he just set it high. Oh, my word. Came so close to at least registering for a bar exam. maybe a matter of inches over that top piece. Vasilev, a great strike on a bouncing volley left foot, set up by a nice little cross piece from Nerwinski, but we stay 0-0.
You know, Vasilev waited for the ball to drop, had the timing just right. The ball was dipping as he hit it, just over top, as you said.
Goal kick stays short for the Galaxy. It's another MVP showdown at Busch Stadium June 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd. When the New York Yankees come to town. Baseball's historic franchises go head-to-head, and you can still get tickets for the holiday weekend. Visit Cardinals.com for tickets. City getting a toss here deep in the Galaxy zone. 20 yards from the end line. Hebert tossing short to Vasilev. Now it's threaded toward the edge of the box for Gioacchini. Knocked away by the Galaxy. They triangulate back to Neal. Gioacchini applies heavy pressure, but won't catch up to this. Booted back toward the midway stripe. It skips toward the right sideline. Hebert gonna corral this and play it back to Roman Berkey. Umbrellas have been non-existent out here at City Park. Only thing waving are the flags. Earlier than expected storm rolled through last night. Drainage, though, at this facility, unbelievable. City Park, the state of the art of the state of the art. Thank you to Josh McPherson for all he does for these grounds. Hebert touching back. Leuven charging toward the Galaxy box. Had it repelled back to Hebert. Setting it up. Tucks one toward the end line. Wanted Stroud. But just not quite on the same page. A page or two away. That drifts over the end line for another goal kick.
Really, for Kyle Hebert, a center back that's been moved to the left back spot. Nearly found Stroud in an insightful ball. He spins it a little bit towards the goal. Stroud runs onto it and gets a service. Good try from both.
Stroud just had a couple of crosses that almost broke this scoreless tie. City and LA, though, locked up here in the first ever meeting between these two franchises. Only 2 MLS games going on today. The bulk happened last night. Down goes Joveljic at midfield. And City whistled for a foul as Bartlett came charging through on his back. Free kick visitors from this center line. Puig is easy to pick out with those bright pink boots. Sweeps one in the air left side. Rasmus gets back. Didn't get the header as cleanly as he would have wanted. Deflected off the crown of his head back toward Aude. Scooped back up by the Galaxy. They probe. Little bouncy ball into the box. Joveljic. A shot is tipped up over the frame by Berkey. Oh, baby. Roman Berkey repelling things like garlic powder at a Twilight Fan Expo. It's a corner for the LA Galaxy, but more acrobatics from the best in the league.
What a good run by Joveljic as he runs in behind. The ball's played towards the end line in the half space. Joveljic hits it first time. Berkey, great positioning, but still has to be acrobatic to tip it over the bar.
Might have been headed toward the upper 90. Certainly would have provided plenty of drama. Berkey got it with the gloves. Now the corner, and Berkey will climb a ladder at the top of the six. Pluck it out of the air. There's a whistle as well. Hebert was sent down, and Galaxy shoot themselves in the foot here. A foul, but a nice bit of elevation again from Berkey. Leuven trying to go quick. Skips one forward for Stroud. Handled easily by Neal. Taps back to his keeper, and the Galaxy controlling their own end. LA eases forward. Brugman. Delgado trying to send through for Tyler Boyd. Out of the reach of his neon boots. Getting quite as cleanly as he wanted it. It ends up with Parker and now Hebert. Kyle swinging back to Roman Berkey, 25th minute. It's been good. If you were looking at the table, top versus bottom, certainly much closer than that.
Joveljic and Puig make such a good combination up front. Puig is so active with his movements underneath. Joveljic likes to hang on the last line and find moments off the shoulder of the defenders. A very difficult pairing to deal with.
Berkey laser forward. Vasilev. Get it out of the air, nudged back, deflected forward now. Stroud able to get the takeaway, races it to the end line, tries to cross. Neal able to stifle it, and it was off Stroud's foot, not Neal's. Well out of bounds toward the supportive section. Goal kick, LA Galaxy entering play today. 3 wins, 9 losses, 3 draws, 15 points. City looking for a 10th win in MLS play this season, 11th overall, including the Open Cup. 28 points for us, 28 points for Seattle. LAFC blown out of the water yesterday. It certainly helps keep a firmer grip on first place. City a chance today to become the first Western Conference team to 30 points before visiting an Eastern Conference foe in Nashville on Saturday. Bartlett slips one outside of the defensive end for Nerwinski, taken away though by the Galaxy. Spun to the sideline by Boyd. Charging forward, Costa, centralization. It's banged way up and way wide by Joveljic, the 5'11 Bosnian, 23 years young. We heard Josh Gessman talk about him on the pregame show, and he said, hey, as a substitute, as a guy who gives you that energy late, he's been a good scorer. They are looking to get him going as a scorer, as a starter. Dale, what do you think accounts for that? I mean, why can't this guy come right into the game and start?
Well, because Chicharito was there first, and so there was a little bit of angst between the two of them at some point, and they just couldn't fit together as a pairing up front like Puig can fit together with either one of them. There we saw Costa, who's on the off wing, as we talked about earlier, finds himself wide left, just showing again the mobility that LA Galaxy are willing to play with, who found Joveljic, who missed a chance over top.
So jostling at midfield gives City a restart. Sent back by the Galaxy to midfield. One back in the center circle by Alm. Tips it outside with the head to Nerwinski. The 8th minute from the right side. Sends one on the ground toward Vasilev. Nothing. Vasilev takes it back toward the outside chalk. Inches with Alm here, well outside the box. Escorted now back to midfield. Jabal Lebon won't be active Saturday in Nashville. He will be with the South African national team. Brugman bumping him. Fans wanted a whistle. City bringing it toward the right side flag stick. Vasilev trying to weave in. Knocked away by Brugman. City with the throw in indeed.
Jake Nowinski finding a couple of good balls underneath, showing some deception in his passing, something he seemed to have picked up here over the last few weeks.
Blom and Leuven kept on the right side channel. Now Blom bumps the ball toward Alm. Turned to the top of the box. Vasilev couldn't send it on. City trying to reclaim it midfield. Hebert steps through to help with that. Knocked by Leuven towards Stroud. Give back Leuven 30 yards from goal. And he is hip checked down by Brugman. No whistle from these blue-clad referees once again.
What a great defending moment there as Joveljic found himself alone. And St. Louis City converged 4 players against him not to allow him the opportunity to bring another player into the attack. Really great defending moment from Blom.
Ball slips back to the City defense. From Berkey through the midfield. Leuven slips it on, and it ends up in no man's land at the edge of the box. Easy enough to grab with the feet for Bond. Remember, the U.S. men's national team is playing at City Park on Wednesday, June 28th, as part of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Tickets on sale now for that 8:30 game at SeatGeek.com. Getting close to the 30th minute. Restart in the box here for the Galaxy. They have made this a tough affair. City putting a lot of pressure onto the box. Almost a caterpillar pass that comes back to Burnham. Vasilev was closing in. Bond's clearance ends up deflecting off the foot of Caligari and going out of bounds on the right sideline of midfield. Caligari is hurt. He is clutching his left hip, and he has gone down to the sideline. Training staff will attend to him in this scoreless game. A stoppage for injury.
I think Stroud collided with him, maybe got a knee on him. That can smarts a bit.
Well, it feels like the Galaxy have used that little hip check to their advantage so far. But here, there's one of their own guys, just 21 years old, 5'7", Caligari. Part of a defensive line that is among the youngest in the league. If you take Caceres out of the mix, talking about guys who are really college kids. Caligari helped the athletic trainer able to get up here on the sideline.
I would say, what we've learned here, 30 minutes in, I would say that both teams are better when the LA Galaxy has the ball. So when LA Galaxy's in possession, their movement, rotation, ball movement is creating chances. And when we win it, they are not good in transition, and we create chances. So good, an interesting situation. This is still could be a high-scoring game.
About 55% possession in favor of the Galaxy right now here in this game's 31st minute. Caligari has stepped to the sideline. Still being attended to there. It's time to go to our Ted Drews Sports Desk. Jen, what do you got for us?
Well, you stole my stat, Joe. I was going to say that was exactly what Dale's talking about. In fact, we were actually a bit lower. We were almost at 39%, about halfway through the half, and we've jumped a little bit up to 42% or 47%, but still, again, dealing with LA Galaxy pretty well and them having higher possession.
City gets a restart from just inside our own end. Galaxy headed back from their box. Nothing. Caligari has come back onto the field of play here with 31:08 gone by. Leuven trying to twirl up the left sideline. It was knocked out of bounds. Caligari was throwing it in, and it got whistled dead. The throw is still going to favor the Galaxy. LA upset they couldn't go fast.
Yeah, there is a question as to whether the throw-in was last touched by Galaxy or St. Louis City. Galaxy picked it up quick and threw early to try to get on the break, but referee pulled it back.
They will pull it back through Caceres, who is pressured by Gioacchini. Still no Klaus for City. Gioacchini puts the pressure on. Guys take it away to midfield. Stroud and Leuven weave it forward. Gioacchini no looking toward Vasilev. But it's stopped about 25 yards from goal. Galaxy break it the other way. LA, Brugman. Touch outside. Costa. The duel here against Hebert. Knocks it forward on the ground for Boyd. Stolen around the end line by Parker. Really has to work. Repels an invader. Knocked him down. Got it loose. And there's a whistle on the sideline. Hebert and Boyd. Boyd ended up down. Hebert as well. Parker, what a fight to get it out of the back. City gets a free kick.
You don't want to go in a 1v1 physical battle with Tim Parker because he'll win.
Batman. I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I mean, he and Boyd were in the corner together, and Parker just was not going to give the ball away.
He was using everything, a wrestling match almost, to get it out. Now Nerwinski serves the ball to the top of the other box. Bouncing one, ends up repelled just slightly. Pinballs back toward Bond, the keeper. And with those orange boots, he knocks it out of bounds on the left-hand attacking sideline. Hebert bounces it into Stroud, takes it out of the air with the chest, and it's inched back by Hebert to Parker. Blom inside the Galaxy end. Touch forward. Vasilev looking to go to work. His great feet touching forward. Leuven through the penalty arc. Almost pulled down by Delgado. City able to reclaim the ball at midfield. Look for a second chance. There's a Galaxy man down at the top of the box. And he is clutching the ankle here, rolling around on the ground. Play will have to be stopped in this 34th minute. Parnell is incredulous. I think that play was stopped. Well, surprise on his face.
Yeah, and minimal contact.
This is Aude who is down.
And if we see him rise to the occasion and come back into the game, the St. Louis fans would have found their villain.
Leuven and him, I mean, it was bumper cars, but bumper cars at 4 or 5 miles per hour. Just a little bit of...
He's the one that instigated the tackle.
Yeah, he stepped in. Yeah. And Leuven's looking at him like, hey, what did I do? Shouldn't I be taking one of my famous free kicks here in this 35th minute?
Well, very disappointing from the referee that he stopped. I don't know that it's a foul, but very disappointed the referee stopped the game when we were in possession of the ball in the outside channel with numbers up, mind you, 2 versus 1, against a player who was injured, who played left back, who would have been in that channel. And he runs off the field.
Well, the jury is in.
Yeah. Yeah, we found our villain.
And the ruling is, well, diving, faking, Caligari, either way, looks just fine. He walks over toward the sideline, and it's going to be Aude. Pardon. Caligari just did something we think similar. Aude to the sideline.
That's right.
In this scoreless game, only about 10 minutes left in the first half. Remember, we're going to be joined by Jackie Joyner-Kersey during the Together Credit Union halftime show. City does get a chance to restart at this end. Go back toward Leuven. Rips a shot, but a diving save by Bond. Not a hard dive, just kind of falling to his left, able to grab it, no problem. Leuven gives it a rip from about where he ripped it in Dallas. Almost skipped the ball home down there to put City up 1-0 early. City's gotten a few looks here today. This one right now, though, split down the middle, a nothing affair. 7 shots, Galaxy 6 now after that bullet from Leuven. Line drive toward midfield by the Galaxy. Pulled out of the air by Boyd. He goes spilling and draws a whistle. Leuven again. Can't believe it. He's saying, what, me? Whistled for a foul that Puig will restart. Drop back through Caceres. Pressure comes from Vasilev. Delgado out of the gumball machine. Distributes outside, and there are those blue birds for Aude. Earning those accolades with the acting job moments ago. Puig pushes to Caligari down the right side. Touched back on the inside. Costa. Parker bulldozes it away from him. Nice work with the help of Stroud to win it for City. Leuven. Pass from Blom. Can't handle it. Brugman tried to race it forward, but what a great job by Blom. Just outside the box. Steps in, engineers the takeaway. Flex back to the Galaxy, and that's the Jabalo-Blom difference, isn't it?
Blom reads danger like nobody else in the league. He senses where it's going to go and where it's coming from, and he finds a way to get into the path all the time. Unbelievable defensive midfield player.
Nada here in our first afternoon game of the season. Stroud and Hebert trying to secure one at midfield that ends up poked out of bounds. Toss will come from Caligari on this right side. Fans treated to a comfortable day at City Park, where the city is looking for that opener, so important for this team. Gioacchini gets a foul drawn at the midway line. Caligari toenail clippered him down. Gioacchini goes to the ground. City a restart. You look at it, if this team scores first, the sky's the limit. You end up with totals like 3, 4, 5 goals scored in a game. So important for this team to get going early. That's what powered the 3-game win streak at home.
And we've had a terrific start.
Looking for something on the scoreboard. Stroud crosses back, push, one and all again. Headed away by Aude, the villainous left back. Can't secure the ball though. Lewinsky has it tapped back by Al. Orchestrated toward Vasilev. Brings it toward the middle of the top of the box. Gioacchini punches it back out toward Leuven. Looked the chip, headed away by the Galaxy. Bouncing ball. Reclaimed by Puig. Sent forward with his right foot, way out of his box. Berkey got it to midfield. Blom puts it in a bank vault. Delgado bumping with him, but he gets it forward to Vasilev. Had to do it. Had to secure the ball there with Berkey way out. Now it's Stroud trying to cross from the edge of the box. That is tennis racketed away, and it'll go for a corner. Stroud picks it up, maybe wanted to go fast, and then gets the better of his senses. Leuven will come over to strike here with 38-30 gone by. A 0-0 game at City Park.
Yeah, Roman Berkey again showing how he can eliminate pressure against himself by being able to manage the space behind the back four. He's 40 yards out there to deal with the ball, passes it calmly.
Goes short to Vasilev, centering. Header by Parker, ripped it wide. Wow. He wanted a foul called in deep. Caceres was fronting him. A couple of veterans battling about 10 yards from goal. And after a beautiful cross, Parker just couldn't quite strike it home.
He has got every reason to complain there, as Caceres is not even facing the ball and has a bear hug on Parker as he gets to the ball first to head it beyond the second post.
Had a flashback to the first goal of the season in Austin. Parker headed it home from about that distance. Not to be here. Galaxy won't make the most of it, though. Lose a pass down the right side. Hebert coming forward to take the throw. Catapult looking for Gioacchini. Bumped away, out of bounds by the head of a leaping Caceres. Floated in by Stroud on the throw. Chested back to him by Leuven. Leuven trying to flick it on towards Stroud. Stolen away by the Galaxy. Down the right channel. Costa bringing it back toward midfield. And Blom tried to get him. Another card has just come out. Second of this half for City. Comes here in this 40th minute. It does go against Blom.
Yeah, it's a card. Blom was beaten on the first touch as he came around the back, pulled him back by the shoulders.
Grabbed him from behind. That was Costa, who had a great goal to make it 3-2 with about 6 minutes left. Wednesday at RSL in a loss for the Galaxy. LA down the left side into the City end. It's Boyd. Pressured here by Bartlett. Tries to get it into the box. And Bartlett, KC kid, knocks it away with the right foot out of bounds. Galaxy dancing toward the doorstep here. You know who it is.
Yeah, let him
if they're booing.
Let him have it. He certainly feinted an injury and stopped an attacking moment by City. Let him have it.
Aude Tosses it into the feet of Boyd. Takes it toward the flagstick. Tries to slip it back into Aude, and City closes the doors. Nowinski and Alm able to get in front of it, and it ends up off of Boyd. City will take a throw, albeit from only about 10 yards from the end line. Threaded up the right side. Long tries to bash it loose. Deflected ball, claimed by Pooch. Knocks it back 30 yards from goal. Galaxy tried to slip it to the top of the box. Pass goes nowhere. Parker bangs it out. He wanted Stroud, but mishit. Ends up out of bounds at the midway line here in this 42nd minute. Another man down for LA, and we will see if he gets the treatment as same treatment as Aude. I think this is Brugman down.
Yeah, I think so, and I think Alm got him. Or not, yeah, it was Alm, I think, that got him.
It's a scramble for the ball. And Brugman ended up down. He's clutching his left lower leg here in this 42nd minute. Athletic training staff coming out to the field for the second time in really just about 6-7 minutes for this LA Galaxy team. 0-0 at City Park. City and the LA Galaxy first ever meeting between these two teams. Fans, don't let a broken air conditioner or a backed up drain leave you on the sidelines. At Hoffman Brothers, we understand the importance of a well-maintained home, just like a soccer team knows the importance of proper training and preparation. Join the Hoffman Brothers Home Protection Plan to get your whole home covered.
Yeah, you know, Joey, in these sort of games, with the games against St. Louis City, you're going to find confrontation. There's going to be hard tackles, and there's going to be moments like this where Brugman is where he's injured and the game has to be stopped. It's a difficult job for the referee, to be fair, about dealing with both the defending moment, the tackle, and the fake.
Still down here is Brugman for the Galaxy. Fans don't believe he's really hurt after what they saw from Aude. I couldn't believe what I saw last night between the Columbus Crew and the Chicago Fire. Columbus scored a goal from midfield in the waning moments of the game to emerge with a 2-1 win against Frank Lopez's Chicago Fire side. That's our Woods Basement Systems scoreboard. Woods Basement Systems, drying up wet basements since 1986. Check out more at woodsbasementsystems.com. Did you see that wonder strike from midfield?
No, I didn't.
All right, it was a bouncing ball, and it ended up in the back of the net for just this insane finish. You got to check it out. MLSsoccer.com. A crazy finish for the Columbus Crew and the Chicago Fire in a tight game. We're in a tight one right now between City and the LA Galaxy. Remember that City, together with the Missouri Youth Soccer Association, is providing free coaching education courses to support coaches throughout the metro area. Learn the latest techniques on soccer skills training, teamwork, and emotional development. Learn more at stlcitysc.com/community. The Galaxy, once again, have miraculously been able to rise to their feet. Brugman lurking on that left-hand sideline for the moment. Throw comes to the right-hand attacking sideline, and Caligari will leak it back through his defense. Ovaltine, Aude touches the ball, and the fans rain down the boots. Boos again. It's touched outside, and it's knocked forward by Aude to Joveljic. Touched at midfield, probably with a high boot by Brugman, who just came back. Flex it back, though, toward Puig. 45th minute. Puig long ball, serves past Hebert. Out of the air, on a bounce. Berkey plucks it down with the shoe at the top of the six. Putted forward for Leuven. About to enter Enterprise stoppage time. And then we will have our Great Together Credit Union halftime show with the unbelievable St. Louis legend, Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Make sure you stick around as Jen Cease rejoins us from the Ted Drews Sports Desk. It's deflected in the middle. It's Blom who eases outside toward Nowinski. Popped long, deflected down by Neal. Caceres intercepts, floats one down the left sideline. It will slip out of town and over the sideline as we enter Enterprise stoppage time. Enterprise, official partner of St. Louis City SC. Five alive here in Enterprise stoppage time. Long ball out of the back by Berkey. City can't claim. Galaxy poking back through the defense. Caligari swirls it through Bond. He's been good today. Splits time more or less right down the middle with Klinsmann. Long launch. Parker challenges for it at midfield. Costa tries to pinball it away. Ball deflected up toward Delgado. Came on the ground for Puig. Eased forward by Costa. Stolen away by City. Stroud drops it back for Leuven. Launch off the chest of Giochini deep in the Galaxy end. Nudge back into the middle. Vasilev able to pick it up. 25 yards from goal. Vasilev to the left foot. Shot stone. Brugman sprang in front. Knocked it away. Puig tries to get it back toward midfield. Parker knocks it down the left channel. Stroud's crossage deflected and now pelted out by Caceres. Off the head here of Hebert. Second chance doesn't materialize. Badminton back by the Galaxy. Bartlett challenges for it toward the center circle and gets whistled for a foul. He hates it. Sent down Joveljic. Refereeing certainly a sore point for many of these men clad in City Red today. Leuven and Bartlett now both pleading cases. 90 seconds gone by, Enterprise stoppage time. City and the LA Galaxy locking up at City Park. We are 0-0 in their own end. Galaxy from the touchline toward Puig, toward the midway stripe. Costa, it's ripped away. Stroud zips it forward. One of Giochini. Vasilev tried to run onto a second deflected ball, but it's cleared out with authority by the Galaxy to midfield.
So we'll have a situation to deal with in the second half as the Galaxy has figured out when they play it to an outside back. If one of their sixes step higher, Puig drops in as a 6 and picks up the next ball. In order to keep him off the ball and dictating the pace of the game and the rhythm of the game, we'll have some work to do.
After Neal evacuated it, City able to come up with a turnover, easing it back through the defense. Parker. Touch forward off the sideline by Hebert. Blom grabs a pass to nowhere and puts a perfect pass to Stroud at the top of the 18. Leaks back out to Vasilev, but can't make anything of it. Galaxy chase it out. Now they chase it down the right sideline after Caligari got the takeaway. This is Costa streaking against Bartlett. Crosses it. Across the top of the box. No look down the left side to Puig. It's stopped on the first try, and now Parker dives in front of another bull at the top of the 6. Leaked through, swatted away by a recovering Hebert. City happy to find an escape hatch. LA reclaims at midfield, but City stands tall. 49th minute. Third here of Enterprise stoppage time, or pardon, the fourth. City had LA still 0-0, though it feels like it's far more lopsided in the fouls column. Certainly, City feels that way. 8 fouls now against St. Louis, 4 for LA. Gorgeous little ball there, played down the left side. No-look effort by Boyd. Set up Puig, but his cross was repelled a couple of times. City might be whistled for that 9th foul. Just inside the midway stripe, gets the team's 3rd card. Maybe put Aude in a blender, but the definition of a blender can be quite diffuse. Gave him a little something maybe on the sideline, and Aude, he was maybe pulled down by the hands of Alm. But it didn't look like he was really grabbing him. Alm, the 3rd here to take a yellow card for City. Nothing doing right now on the other side. Blom and Leuven, the other yellow cards for City. At the equator, Galaxy threading it back, go forward. Costa down the right side, interrupted by Hebert. Does enough for the ball to drift over the end line. It's a goal kick for City. LA can't believe it. I thought it was clipped away from Costa by Hebert. Costa just laughing as Berkey takes it for a goal kick.
But that's what Kyle Hebert gives you as an outside back, his individual defending. He gets beaten on the dribble there by Costa, but in recovery turns, gets a toe poke on it off of Costa over the end line.
4:55 of 5 gone, and they won't even wait for Berkey to really strike it. Whistle came before he hit the ball. We go to halftime. Score 0-0. City and the LA Galaxy on a cloudy afternoon, tied at City Park. Make sure you stick with us. Jackie Joyner Kersey joining us on the Together Credit Union halftime show from the Ted Drews Sports Desk. You're listening to City Soccer on Y98.
Hi, it's Alan Masters. Join me and my brother David for Advice Line, 10 to midnight, Monday through Friday on 720 KDON and 101.5 FM. That's Advice Line, America's radio counseling program. If you've got problems, we've got answers. Monday through Friday, 10 to midnight.
Here's the first customer that bought a car.
The Avondrops, that's the first day.
First one out.
No furniture in the building.
Over the last 25 years, Finley Toyota has led the city in new and used car sales. We've had the most victories, the most sponsorships, and we believe the happiest customers. We've made the best memories and lasting friendships from the bottom of our hearts.
We love you, Las Vegas!
It's our 25th anniversary. Come in and see what makes Finley Toyota so special.
Hi, this is Pat from Finding Common Ground. Join us live every Saturday from 3 to 5 on KDON. Dean and I will discuss all the hot topics of the week, from politics to sports, from a national and local perspective. As you know, topics can be very challenging. So join in the discussions as we try to seek solutions and answers that impact all of us. That's Finding Common Ground every Saturday live from 3 to 5 on 101.5 FM KDON, or here live on the Odyssey app.
How do you give hope to a child in the foster care system? It starts with your heart. That tug you feel on yours when you hear that children are waiting for a stable, loving voice to speak up for their best interests. And then it becomes your time. What started out as a feeling that maybe you could make a difference becomes the difference. Change a child's story. There is a child waiting for a volunteer like you.
Please volunteer 2 hours a week as a court-appointed special advocate. Call 702-455-CASA.
Zeros here at City Park. St. Louis City, LA Galaxy scoreless as they head back to the locker room here in St. Louis. Jennifer C's here with you on the Together Credit Union halftime show from the Ted Drew Sports Desk, serving original frozen custard since 1929. Let's recap some of the highlights. It was scoreless, but we do have some highlights from the first half, sponsored by visitmo.com. St. Louis City would get right to it with early pressure. In the 12th minute, we've got a cross from Rasmus Alm to Jared Stroud with a right-footed shot to the center of the box. Just misses.
Flown forward here by Rasmus. Chips towards Stroud. Back post volley. Far post way wide. From the right side, Alm in the air to Stroud, who tried to right-foot it. Fling it past Bond. The effort's very much appreciated from this City crowd.
Among other highlights, Indiana Vasilev, left-footed shot from the center of the box, a little too high, following a corner kick.
Toward that penalty spot off the head of Hebert, it bounces loose to Vasilev, and he just sent it high. Oh, my word.
And not to leave out our defense, Roman Berkey in the 24th minute, doing what Roman Berkey does, saved the top corner, denying Galaxy of one of their more dangerous chances.
Back up by the Galaxy, they probe, little bouncy ball into the box, the oval licks, a shot is tipped up over the frame by Berkey. Oh, baby! Roman Berkey repelling things like garlic powder at a Twilight Fan Expo. It's a corner for the LA Galaxy, but more acrobatics from the best in the league.
And we can't let the highlights go without definitely calling out a delay in the match because of a maybe, quote, injury by Aude in the 34th minute.
City able to reclaim the ball at midfield, look for a second chance. There's a Galaxy man down at the top of the box. And he is clutching the ankle here, rolling around on the ground. Play will have to be stopped.
Play would have to be stopped. And anytime it started with Aude, there would be a lot of booing, gentlemen in the booth. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, we've got our next villain. Capetti originated the villain archetype here at City Park. It's got its latest iteration in that left back Aude.
Well, that was a look at the highlights, but we also should take a look quick at the half stats, sponsored by Together Credit Union. Get the City SC Visa credit card with exclusive perks. Dale, got any final numbers, at least on the first half, on that possession? And I'm thinking we're up on fouls, too.
Yeah, LA's had a little bit more possession. I think one of the interesting things today is both teams are even on shots, and we're about the same on expected goals. And I would say it's been a pretty even game, although both teams have attacked the goal and approached it a little bit differently. LA with more possession, us more in the break.
Stick around. We'll take a look around the league when we come back, and we'll be joined by a special guest, the one and only Jackie Joyner-Kersee. You're listening to Together Credit Union Halftime Show on Y98.
So why should I use the real estate guy team if I want to buy or sell? We offer zero interest cash advances for all sellers, do all repairs if necessary, and offer free attorney representation on all short sales. Sounds like everything the real estate guy does is truly to help their clients. We buy ugly, and uglier houses in 5 days or less, always giving our client top dollar. Oh yeah, we have seen it all. So call Nevada's #1 real estate brand,
The Real Estate Guy.
today. 702-310-6683. eXp Realty, license number 38886. Call for details.
KYKY and HD1 St. Louis.
Broadcasting live from the Underline Injury Lawyers GetJim.com studios.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At Clark County Credit Union, we offer lower loan rates, bonus products, and personalized services to help our members realize their financial goals and dreams. Right now, CCCU has low auto loan rates. Plus, this year, we returned a $2.6 million bonus dividend to members just for using the credit union services they need every day, like auto loans, credit cards, and checking accounts. Open an account today. It's the perfect time to get the car of your dreams with a great auto loan rate from CCCU. Funds privately insured by American Share Insurance.
At Lerner & Rowe, we know that car wrecks don't take the weekends off, and neither do we. If you've been hurt in a car wreck over the weekend, you don't have to wait until Monday to get the help you need. We have people standing by right now, ready to take your call, ready to give you free advice, ready to help you get the medical attention you need. You don't have to wait until Monday to call an attorney. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe. We are the 24/7 injury attorneys, and we're available to get the help you need right now.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Randy Westbrook, managing attorney.
Hi, it's Alan Masters. Join me and my brother David for Advice Line, 10 to midnight, Monday through Friday on 720 KDON and 101.5 FM. That's Advice Line, America's radio counseling program. If you've got problems, we've got answers. Monday through Friday, 10 to midnight.
Saturdays are made for soccer.
Y98 St. Louis.
St. Louis City, LA Galaxy tied at 0 here at halftime at City Park. Gentlemen, it's time for our drive around the league, sponsored by Lou Fuse. 17 brands, 13 locations, online at fuse.com. You know, I feel like if you're going to drive around the league, the only thing we can actually talk about is Lionel Messi. No?
I think you're.
I mean, he's coming to Miami.
Right.
He's coming to Miami. Now, the chances, Dale, of him possibly making it to St. Louis might be slim to none.
Yeah, you know, they're projecting later in July, early in August, but whenever he comes in, he's going to make an impact on the league that none of us have any realization or understanding how great of an impact he's going to make.
Yeah, in fact, Taylor Twellman was quoted saying that Messi would bring a red carpet to the MLS as well as Miami. And I think that probably speaks for most of us looking at the game and having somebody of that caliber even sitting on the bench.
A quick comment from me. The only thing that we can compare it to is David Beckham coming to the league. And the league has developed its infrastructure, has increased the number of teams. There is social media now. There wasn't then. It's a completely different world.
Well, speaking of a red carpet, I'd like to roll one out for our special guest in the booth, Jackie Joyner-Kersee, winner of 6 Olympic medals, considered by ESPN to be one of the 50 great athletes of all time. All the things, Jackie Joyner-Kersee. And I want to tell you, a long time ago, for both of us, I booked you on KMOX for some sports show. And you came in, and I had stars in my eyes. And it's so great to see you here now in person.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining. How was the coin toss?
Oh, you know, it was really unique for me because I was like, oh, they're going to give me some instruction, you know, what I need to do. No, it was really exciting just to learn that, you know, the LA team, you know, they picked the side. I didn't know that. And it was like, oh, okay, I got it.
What did Berkey call?
Heads.
He always calls heads. Famous 100% of the time. He never leaves it.
Well, Jackie, it's so great to have you here at City Park today. And I know that, you know, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the various things that I know you're passionate about, and that is your foundation. Can you give us a little bit more information? I have read about it, but I'd love to hear it from your words.
Yes, you know, the foundation, the center been open now for 23 years, and we provide after-school programming. And even though we're transitioning now into our summer camp, we're doing agriculture. We're also working on an innovation center, have a partnership with U of I Extension along with Donna Danforth Plant Science, teaching our young people where food comes from. You know, we run the greenhouse over in the park located, you know, across from the center, have our partners, Lansdowne Up, who also help us in a way where keeping our landscape up, our grounds, because we're on 45 acres. and really try to instill in our young people to be great human beings. They go through my Winning in Life curriculum, and that curriculum is based off 14 different principles based off my autobiography, A Kind of Grace. And so with us, let me see, what else we got going on?
Well, I feel like you've been passionate about youth for years, and it just seems to have grown. Do you have future plans for the foundation?
Yes, the future plan is one to really grow an endowment, but then also to build an indoor field house that we can have a track and field.
Of course.
Wow.
You can't not have a track and field.
We have a softball, baseball, soccer field, football field, and everybody, well, where's the track? When I started this, I didn't want people just to think it was about me and track. It was really, how can we really work on developing great people who can do great things?
I mean, what unbelievable work you've done for young people. You had so much success. You were just a senior in high school when you qualified for your first Olympic trials final. You were at East St. Louis Lincoln Senior High. What advice can you impart to the city youngsters? I mean, we have some young kids on this team about pursuing success as they get older in athletics.
I would tell them, one is to never give up on yourself. You got to always have dreams and you got to have goals, but you also have to understand you have to work hard. No matter how great people say that you are, you still have to put in the work and then remain coachable. Because everyone can say you could do this, you don't need that. No, we all need a village. We all need people pouring into us, and then also be aware of your surroundings. And when I mean be aware of your surroundings, the company that you're keeping, because your goals are not their goals, and the work that you put in is not the same results that they're looking for. It could be your friends or it could be your teammates, but never lose sight of who you are and stay grounded with the people who knew you before others. Your name became in headlights.
Inspirational and iconic advice from Jackie Joyner-Kersey here on Y98.
And Jackie, if people want to find out more information, of course, looking to grow means you need donations, you need sponsors, you need involvement. Where should they
Yes, they should go to the jjkfoundation.org.
JJK, I love that. Easy to remember. Jackie Joyner-Kersey joining us here in the booth. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Hang tight. We'll be updating the scoreboard and start the second half after the break. You're listening to the Together Credit Union halftime show on Y98.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you.
Please volunteer 2 hours a week as a court-appointed special advocate. Call 702-455-CASA.
Hi, it's Alan Masters. Join me and my brother David for Advice Line, 10 to midnight, Monday through Friday on 720 KDON and 101.5 FM. That's Advice Line, America's radio counseling program. If you've got problems, we've got answers. Monday through Friday, 10 to midnight.
Here's the first customer that bought a car.
The Avondrops, that's the first day.
First one out.
No furniture in the building.
Over the last 25 years, Finley Toyota has led the city in new and used car sales. We've had the most victories, the most sponsorships, and we believe the happiest customers. We've made the best memories and lasting friendships from the bottom of our hearts.
We love you, Las Vegas!
It's our 25th anniversary. Come in and see what makes Finley Toyota so special.
At Clark County Credit Union, we offer lower loan rates, bonus products, and personalized services to help our members realize their financial goals and dreams. Right now, CCCU has low auto loan rates. Plus, this year, we returned a $2.6 million bonus dividend to members just for using the credit union services they need every day, like auto loans, credit cards, and checking accounts. Open an account today. It's the perfect time to get the car of your dreams with a great auto loan rate from CCCU. Funds privately insured by American Share Insurance.
Second half, scoreless game, City and the Galaxy at City Park. About time for kickoff here for the second 45. Joveljic about to tap it back. City and the LA boys in a good matchup right now. It has been mighty close and mighty even between these two in their first ever meeting. It slipped back to Neal, who fires a long time for kickoff here in the second half, and it's time for kickoff at the Pitch Athletic Club and Tavern, now open at St. Louis Union Station. We'll find out more at thepitchstl.com. City able to repel the initial incursion Ball headed back toward Bartlett from midfield. It's secured by Lucas and Tim Parker. What a duo they are bartending over there at the pitch is what I'm talking about, Dale. But they've been pretty darn good on the soccer field as well.
No, they've been both good here tonight. Difficult pairing to deal with. They've had a lot of help from Blome, but been a good partnership so far this afternoon.
Parker ushered a ball toward midfield. Hebert jars it to Joe Keeney in the center circle. Fluttered outside. Tap on. Wanted Vasilev at the top of the box. Knocked away out of bounds by an intrepid Caceres. In the thick of it all day long. Nowitzki with a toss off the right sideline in this 0-0 game. Nutmegs a man to get it to Vasilev. Entry pass into the box. Stopped up, and Neal will crowbar it out toward Bradley Carnell. On the sideline, the City head coach tosses it right to Nowitzki, who feeds Bartlett in the back. Center line, Leuven, right side. Slipping one through for Vasilev, this time the run, and the ball squeaks to the edge of the box where it's secured easily with the feet by Bond.
Two near misses on balls played forward by City. The latest one, Leuven into Vasilev. If Vasilev runs in between the two defenders, we're in. If Leuven gets it into his feet, we're in. We're just missing on a few moments here to create that big opportunity we're looking for to go up.
Bond made Joe Keeney close in, then just picked it up and rolled it out to Neal. Swung toward the right side. Galaxy trying to charge out of their end. Hebert fronts it. Nice work to step in front of Caligari. Ball out of bounds for a City throw. Blome and Hebert tap it around at midfield. Parker and Bartlett. Nowitzki setting up behind. Nowitzki will get it on the right side. Both teams looking to score big in this 0-0 game. You can score big at Slyman Brothers, your St. Louis appliance experts. Visit one of 5 convenient Slyman Brothers locations today. City probing effort. Ball served out of the midfield. Ends up at the top of the box where it's gobbled up by a diving Bond. LA from their own penalty arc. Swish it toward midfield. Parker challenging for it there. Ball flushed outside by Delgado, taken away by Hebert. Knocked it forward for Stroud. He and Blome couldn't keep it. Galaxy drive it loose for Ricky Pouge down the left side into the St. Louis end. Knocked it off the body of Boyd, reclaimed it, charging forward for improvement. Tries to thread a pass through. City closes the gate. Bartlett ends up with the ball.
Bartlett uses size 14 there.
Long ball, Leuven over the top. Skipped it in the penalty arc. Stroud just could not quite catch up. Bond, easy enough to get the mittens on it. Galaxy from the center circle, re-engineering their attack right down the middle of the park. Chance on for the Galaxy. Boyd from the left side of the box, trying to thread it back to Costa, who started the opportunity. Right down the middle of the park. City able to intercept, though. Blome, push out toward Vasilev. Leuven, ease onto the Galaxy side. Rasmus centering toward the penalty arc. It was behind Joe Keeney. Galaxy pinball it back through Bond, who boomerangs it toward Carnell out of bounds for a Jake Nowitzki throw here in this 49th minute. Still 0-0 here at City Park. Remember, Ted Drews is celebrating St. Louis soccer with a new flavor called City Red. Make sure you check it out at Ted Drews on Chippewa. Ted Drews, a St. Louis tradition since 1929. City entry denied on the right side. Galaxy getting physical to see to that. Ball ends up at midfield with Parker, trying to putt golf toward Vasilev. Poke toward Blome, couldn't win it back. Bartlett off the right side chalk. Eases inside for Leuven, twists back to Bartlett and City again. With control in its own end. Parker switching fields here over toward Hebert. Weather threatening rain, but we stayed dry here at City Park. Still overcast. Stroud pushes one in the middle. Galaxy side for Vasilev. To the top of the box. Tried to shove one in to Jokini. Jokini ends up down. Boyd ends up with the ball. Bashing it toward midfield. There's a City foul whistled for as Pouge went down. Bartlett, the offender here. Pouge draws the whistle, and it's a chance for the Galaxy to clear.
Yep. Bartlett, anytime you go through the back of the player that's posting up to receive it, you're going to get a call against you. Unfortunately for Bartlett, he stands a foot taller than Pouge, and he's reaching through him, so I don't know that it's a foul, but still going through the back of the player.
Pouge with the ball now in the center circle. 3-year-old Wunderkind Boy, is he special. Played with the Barcelona senior team briefly in the last couple of years, and he's certainly attracted a lot of eyeballs. Joveljic twisting one toward the city back line, interrupted rudely by Parker. Galaxy resuscitated. Boyd just outside the box. Weaves it back from the left side toward the middle. Switches fields. Received by Caligari. Touched here toward Delgado. Piece to Costa outside the penalty arc. Now it's Puig. Leaks it to the right side of the box. Centering goes back toward the top of the box. Boyd couldn't handle it. And now City breaking loose after interrupting Caligari's pass. Stroud to Leuven. Now at midfield. Some pushing and some shoving on Vasilev. Neal was fouling him. And Puig was fouling Leuven, who spilled just behind the play. It was the Puig foul that draws the whistle. City just inside of its own end of the circle with a free kick.
I think actually Brugman, yes.
And
Brugman
that card does come out.
Yeah. So Leuven plays a 1-2 with Vasilev. Brugman makes the foul and prevents the 1-2 in midfield. Had we completed it, you have Leuven running at the back four with possession.
And Brugman the one to get the foul. Again, simultaneous collisions. He gets the card while the foul went to Puig. Card goes to Gaston Brugman. City can't make much of it, though. Went outside. Nerwinski trying to touch it to the edge of the box. Ran it over the end line. Leuven and co. will retreat. Brugman gets the first yellow of this game for the visitors after plenty piled up. 3 between Alm and Blom and Leuven in the first half on the City side. Puig still in his own end, twirling down the sideline. Got past Nerwinski briefly. Jake catches up to the play, picks off a pass. Nudges forward to Alm, trying to fight through against Aude. Aude goes spilling, doesn't draw a whistle. Fans thought he was faking an injury in the first half. Rain the booze on him. Maybe get in the mind of the tender. Bond knocks it out of bounds for a Nerwinski throw.
Great individual defending from Nerwinski as he turns on the combination with the man, wins it, completes the first pass to maintain possession.
Joveljic claims a loose ball in midfield. Puig knocks it to the top of the City box. Easy enough. Berkey puts it in saran wrap and will roll it out. I know Roman Berkey's a big Cardinal fan, and it's another MVP showdown at Busch Stadium, June 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd, when the Yankees come to town. Baseball's historic franchises go head-to-head, and you can still get tickets for the holiday weekend. Visit Cardinals.com for tickets. Galaxy repel an incursion by the City side. Center circle, Boyd knocks it out to the right side. Costa out there for him. Gets into the box, end line pass. Parker tries to center. Bartlett toward the near post. Knocks it out of bounds. It's a Galaxy corner.
Just some careless giveaways by City. Uncharacteristically there, Blom misses the connection with Leuven. Puts us in a bit of duress as we had to deal with the numbers down counter. Now we have to deal with the restart from Costa.
Second corner of the game for the visitors. 54th minute. We are tied 0-0 at City Park. Costa with the left foot. Low bouncer. Squeaked by Gioacchini. Ultimately stuffed away, though. Gioacchini some good defense. And now trying to get out in space. Well out of the box. He is knocked down by Neal from behind. And there's that second yellow for the Galaxy.
Again, professional fouls. City breaks out. Nobody wants to give up that soft counter attack.
Jalen Neal plowed him down from behind. 2 yellow cards in quick succession for LA. 55th minute, they get a ball back in midfield. Puig out of that center circle. Leuven trying to catch up to him. Threading at the top of the box. He fires a quick shot. Hits some elevation by Berkey. Saves the day for City. Didn't have to jump too high, but on a gorgeous feed by Joveljic. Puig got his shot from about 20 yards. Berkey makes the catch. Now clears it long. Gioacchini tries to catch up to a bouncing ball. Knocked away from him. Delgado out of the middle. Eases it off to Brugman, who's got that other yellow card in the second half for the Galaxy. Puig. Pressured by Nerwinski at the halfway stripe. Puig swats one over the top. Had a friend in Delgado. Got a little toe to it, but just deflects it into the box. Berkey once again bails it out. Grabs the ball and distributes to Gioacchini. Center stripe, left side. Stroud here in this 56th minute of a scoreless game now. Rolls it to the right side. Nerwinski catches up. Rasmus Alm down the right side of the box. Centering! Stroud came sliding through. Got a piece of it, but the ball leaks all the way to the flag stick. It will be a throw-in for the LA Galaxy as it stays just about a foot wide of that flag stick. Boy, Stroud, every kind of effort he could, slid in on his derriere after Nowinski, and then Alm ushered a ball through the middle just on the right side of the spot. Stroud tipped it. That will bring us to our first substitute of the game for City. Alm is going to go to the bench. Celio Pompeu enters in this game's 56th.
Good work from Alm. Gave everything he had, particularly in that last moment. He knew he was coming off as he saw Pompeo at the midfield stripe. Gave it that one last oomph. Great run by Stroud.
City gets a takeaway deep in the LA Galaxy end. Ethan can't find an avenue down the left side, though. Nowinski fronts the clearance. It's bumped out of bounds. City and LA tied 0-0. Remember, Alm did miss 4 games with an ab injury. I'm trying to get him to go the full distance, but 55 solid minutes this afternoon. Alm has been a key factor for City. Unbeaten in 8 of 9. And he's gotten out on the field. Replaced now by the energy of Celio Pompeu, the 23-year-old Brazilian. Pompeu pursuing the ball on the Galaxy side. Gets in a bump with Aude and knocked him to the ground toward the sideline. City whistled for the foul. Here just inside the Galaxy end. Remember, fans, you can score big at Slyman Brothers, your St. Louis appliance experts, a trusted name in appliances since 1965. Slyman Brothers provides great service, expert advice, and an amazing price on quality brands like Whirlpool. Visit one of 5 convenient locations today. Bad passing out of the back by the Galaxy defense. Restart went back, and then the ball just ended up on the sideline. City will take a throw. Parker. He and Hebert touch it back and forth in no man's land. City defense, a consistent in 4 of the last 5 games and all 4 of the last games that have gone 90 minutes. This foursome in the back. Get it forward. Stroud nudged it on. Vasilev moves it to the right side. Celio trying to go to work. Pompeo dancing in the box. The right foot had the gates closed on the shot. The win back possession, tries to tap it into the penalty arc to Vasilev. Disrupted there. Parker sprang through to try to keep it alive. Said it's Bartlett. Now Leuven, a right-footed shot just wide to the far post from 30 yards out. Skipped the ball to test Bond, and it just went wide by a few yards.
What a ball by Parker as he finds the big diagonal, puts it right on the numbers for Leuven, who cuts inside from the left on his right, puts it just wide.
He has a way of dipping that ball for that last sinister bounce and almost came up with a goal in a 4th straight home game. Leuven retreating now as this Galaxy keeper Bond smacks it loose on a goal kick. 59th minute, still 0-0. City and LA. Tight matchup of a couple of Western Conference foes. Boyd inside the center line. Pompeu went for a steal. Brugman ends up with the ball in the middle. Costa surfs it outside. Caligari touches it by Hebert toward the top corner of the box. Costa flushed away from that area. Caligari looking for a second opportunity. 15 yards inside midfield. Brugman touches forward. Pooch. Now it's on the left side. Boyd centering. Blom gets it on his feet. Tries to twist it out. He's being hampered. Looked like he was being grabbed from behind, but still is able to clear the ball back toward midfield. Whistle never came in. Joveljic was giving him problems. Instead, the LA Galaxy with Aude on the left side. Easing back through Neal. Galaxy look to go back and then kind of piece it down the field. One of the best technical midfields in all of MLS. A team that is without their star striker Chicharito, trying to find the finishing third. City's whistled for a foul just inside its own end. Here, Leuven given a foul as Costa went down.
You have Costa trying to milk it the best he can to see if he can get a second card on Leuven. Leuven has a yellow, correct?
He does.
Yeah. So it's a foul. Certainly not a yellow, but Costa rolling around. Now he's up and fine.
One of 3 yellows in the game for City. And 5 overall. It's a bit ugly between these two teams. City and MLS action here this afternoon on July 27th. City will take on Club America at City Park as part of Leagues Cup, the annual month-long tournament between MLS and Liga MX. Make sure you get your tickets right now at SeatGeek.com. Forward go the Galaxy on the restart. Stopped on the initial entry. Ball still very much alive outside the penalty arc. To get it forward was Pooch. City taking away. Out of the back by Leuven onto the Galaxy end. Here comes Stroud galloping down the left side. with the right foot to the top of the penalty arc. Finds Pompeu. Short pass. Leuven. Rip a shot. Galaxy on the block. Ball flutters up toward Puig. Touched it down to his defense. Clearance went to Joveljic, and he knocked down Bartlett to get it. Joveljic whistled for a clear foul just on the Galaxy side of the center circle. City wants to go quick with it. It's knocked by Blom, short outside to Nerwinski. Initial entry denied on a long pass. Blom scoops up the loose change here in the 61st minute. Pompeu touches toward the end line. Nerwinski tries to keep it alive. But the flag will go up. City looking for that chance to break through and break this scoreless affair. 0-0 in downtown West, where the shots do favor City. Right now, 10-9. Galaxy still controlling about 55% of possession. 12-6 right now on fouls for St. Louis City SC. Are you ready for a winning combination? St. Louis City SC is bringing world-class soccer to our city, and Hoffman Brothers has been providing world-class service to St. Louis for over 40 years. If you have plumbing, electrical, appliance, heating, cooling needs, call the official home service partner, St. Louis City SC. There's Leuven! Curling a ball toward the top of the penalty arc, but rips it just high and just wide. Got a chance on a feed inside from Pompeu that went through Vasilev all to his lonesome 25 yards from goal. Leuven whirling and firing a shot that just misses the upper 90.
There's a goal in this game. There's a goal coming from one of the two teams. There's too many chances that are near misses that aren't falling.
Leuven's had a few of those, had two of them really in Dallas. One on a set piece that could have changed what ultimately ended up as a 2-0 result. Galaxy earn a throw-in here from midfield. Aude skipping the ball back. Brugman trying to chase down. Vasilev, soft pressure on the Galaxy end. 63rd minute. Nada the score. Out of the center circle, Puig. Swept to the outside by Costa. Open up for it here, Caligari. Chip it by Hebert. Off of his thigh, it deflects loose in the middle for Blom to claim. Out of the center circle. Whirls against Caligari. Now flings it down the left side. Grabbed by Leuven. Toward the top of the Galaxy box. Edward trying to sluice it through. Had it denied initially. Now finds Vasilev. Penalty arc. Trying to get his shot off. Knocks it outside to Stroud. Edge of the box. Jared didn't get it off all that clean. Brugman and co were springing in front. Ball maybe tipped. Ends up harmlessly in the midst of the keeper. Fans once again thinking the Galaxy are faking as Brugman, who's played this role before, is down at the edge of the box. Play stops here in the 64th minute. Still tied 0-0. It's time for our Ted Drews Sports Desk. Jen Cease, great to have you with us.
Hey, I wanted to draw out some of the things that Coach Carnell said during the last press conference because I feel like it was very foretelling of this game. He said he thought it would be the battle of the midfields. Best technical team in the league, the LA Galaxy. They can be dangerous when they chase games, and they are good physical players who will do the dirty work. And I think we're seeing that today.
Yeah, no question. And again, they are willing to get forward and create and commit numbers to the front half of the field.
The City trying to lock one up at midfield. A few guys get in on it, tipping it back to Berkey. Roman with the ball at his feet. Galaxy have been happy to slow this game down, but City, some bursts of inspiration. Closer and closer from where we've been to where we are now. A great day of soccer. The 1-0 score, we hope, in the works. For now, we stay tied 0-0 as Parker threads one through onto the Galaxy side. Vasilev had it knocked away. It ends up with Blom. Leuven springing toward a loose ball. Galaxy on the reclaim and now the breakout. Puig on the ground through the middle. Joveljic spins it outside. Costa fronted by Blom, and now Nerwinski gets in front of a cross at the top of the box. Ball ricochets back toward the flagstick. Costa pressured by Pompeu, and Pompeu knocked it out of bounds, says the referee and crew. But Nerwinski and Pompeu, they thought it was off Costa last. Still, though, third corner coming for the Galaxy.
When we get the ball to the front half of the field, we're going to have to be better at creating the moment, the final pass. Otherwise, we're open to the counter, which led to this corner kick.
Chance in the works here. A Galaxy team trying to break a 0-0 game. Boyd escalates back toward the spot, and it's headed away by Jared Stroud. Galaxy quickly reclaimed. Puig threading to the top of the box. Twist outside by Coaster from the right side of the rectangle. Fronted by Hebert, won't let him through, and now chips it away. Out to Stroud, breaking loose into space, left side channel. Stroud launching long, wants Gioacchini out of his reach. Ball takes a high hop into the midst of the keeper Bond at the top of the box. Great defense from Hebert, almost leads to a chance for City.
Feels like we're a little fatigued in midfield, Joe. Leuven looks tired. Feels like the back four, a little slow to get out of the back and squeeze that midfield space to limit the amount of room that Blom and Leuven are having to cover.
Puig in his own end. Puts it forward toward Boyd. He's pressured by Nerwinski.
He's been good tonight, or today.
Goes back. Vasilev giving chase against Bond. Almost catches up to him. City's made one substitution. Pompeu coming in for Alm about 55 minutes into the game. He's north of 10 minutes now. 67th minute is Puig. Smacks one toward the left side, repelled easily by Nerwinski. Volleys forward toward Pompeu. Whipped away by Ricky. Pompeu repays the favor. Steals it away from Puig down the right sideline. Pompeu corralled by two defenders. Still fighting to split through. He's knocked to the ground. And the Tweety Bird stays silent. Fans flummoxed. And more as Aude, their best friend at Delgado, got it away on the other side. Joveljic trying to burst through, but he has it knocked away by Parker. Who you going after, Batman? Rachel. Tim Parker, Bruce Wayne, knocked down. The new striker, Joveljic at the top of the 18. Now City threatening on the other side. Vasilev in this nothing affair.
This is where we have to come up with a chance, a service or a chance at goal. We don't want to give it up and have to sprint 60 yards to defend again.
From the outside channel, Stroud tucks it back in the middle. Blom surveys the scene and eases it back to Hebert. City, Stroud, cross. Oh! Nico Gioacchini, an incredible volley. City leads.
You will not see a better goal.
Oh, baby! Nico Gioacchini! Kicking like a karate instructor, side hustling as a horse mascot. On a bouncing ball through the middle. Raises the boot and rainbows it over the head and mitts of Bond. 1-0, 69th minute. Here at City Park.
Andy Vasilev gets it wide left in a possession moment for City as we sit on the ball for 5, 6, 8 passes. Vasilev spins it in at the near post, 8 yards from the end line, and Gioacchini somehow, off the half volley, turns his hips and lifts it over top of Bond. An unbelievable goal. 1-0 City, 69th minute. Come on, boys, here's 3 points.
Nice. A City goal.
Well,
Nico Gioacchini, don't call it a goal. It's a work of art, and it's presented by Purina. Your pets, our passion. Ameren Missouri Community Lights program donates 100 bulbs for every City goal scored. Find out more at amerenmissouri.com/lights. 1-0. Oh, one of the prettiest you'll ever see. The City now can hopefully protect this lead in the final 20. Galaxy already threatening. Joveljic at the top of the penalty arc. Tapping back. Aude tries to spring outside. Header away by Hebert. Gioacchini. Oh, what a finish. He had a penalty scored late against the Houston Dynamo. Now he is at 6 for this MLS campaign. City has not been able to really get going unless we strike first, and we strike first here today. Galaxy have been terrible when they concede the first goal. But 8 times they've done it, 8 losses.
Don't jinx us.
I take back everything I said, Dale. I take it all back.
This game is far from over. LA has had too much possession, too much ball movement. They've done really well with creating numbers up situations and overloads to get chances at goal.
Pooch slips one in toward the spot in the city box. Bartlett able to get it away from Jovelich. Taps it back to Berkey, distributes long. Galaxy's defender Neal slipped. Now Vasilev into the box. Great footwork. Left-footed shot. Stoned by a diving Bond. Oh, he took it all the way to the spot with his incredible feet. But the shot from in close against Bond, who came out to meet him, knocked ultimately to the sideline for a City throw. Here comes Pompeu down the right side. Gets the flag stick. Corralled there. City up 1-0. 72nd minute. Here comes Nerwinski. Edge of the box trying to center for more fireworks from Giochini. Repelled, though, by the Galaxy. Blom on a challenge. Trying to keep it in their end, and he earns a throw for City. Knocked it off of Boyd. City halfway up the line. Galaxy and Nerwinski toss.
This is an unbelievable. I don't know that we've seen a more exciting game. The last moment defines what this game has been all about. As City has to defend, Berkey has to play a big ball out, and then we get a 2-versus-1 counterattack.
Fitting to have this kind of game against a prestige franchise like this. The LA Galaxy, so prominent in the MLS. They have fallen on hard times as of late. Inspired President Chris Klein, who's a St. Louis native, less than 2 weeks ago, as the franchise goes a bit into disarray. City creates some disarray here, gets a takeaway. The Galaxy, and Leuven tries to spin it forward. He knocks it off of Aude out of bounds, and Aude gives him an earful.
Yeah, that's what Aude should be doing after laying on the ground when he wasn't hit.
Hey, we call Berkey the Maserati. Do you think they call Aude the Audi?
Not after his performance yet. Let's wait till the game's over. We'll figure it out.
Only by mistake, huh? City's afraid to a loose ball. Just outside the box. Vasilev wants another chance. Indy. Top of the 18. Entry denied. Giochini's down just behind the play. City knocks it outside. Pompeu. Giochini gets to his feet. Celio. The border of the box on the right side. Somehow keeps the ball and then spins it back to that box line where Leuven twists it back out toward Nerwinski. Pooch sticks a pink boot in after it, knocks it out of bounds. City with a throw 25 yards from the end line. 73rd minute. City a 1-0 lead. Unbelievable cross by Vasilev. Unreal finish by Giochini. Just about 7 minutes ago. Just about 4 minutes ago. Galaxy stop up a chance down the right side, knocked it out of bounds. City with a throw now from just about 12 yards from that end line.
We got subs coming. It'll be interesting to see if LA makes a massive change. More than a player, maybe like 3 or 4 players. Because of the fatigue on both teams, they can change physically what the game looks like.
Down goes Giochini in the right channel, just outside the box. Chopped down. A foul against the Galaxy. Doesn't appear another card is coming. Giochini with the goal, and they certainly know who he is. Spun down by Brugman. City with a chance here. It's about 7-8 yards. Right side of the box. 17 yards from the end line. Leuven puts the ball down. 74th minute. City looking to add some insurance. Are you ready for winning combination? St. Louis City SC is bringing world-class soccer to our city, and Hoffman Brothers has been providing world-class service to St. Louis for over 40 years. Make sure to call the official home service partner of St. Louis City SC. That's Hoffman Brothers. Leuven with the right foot, curls to the top of the 6. One of Giochini headed away by the striker Jovelich, who is back to help. The opposite channel, it's fired back in. Giochini got a hit to Parker, tries to flick home some loose change, but ends up sending it high and wide as he looked for a miraculous finish on the end line. City will retreat. That was Nerwinski, who had swung all the way to the left side to make the cross. On that chance, Giochini almost found the keeper's right-hand side. Parker almost flicked it home into the roof, but not to be. Instead, the LA Galaxy penned a bit in their own end. Brookman trying to get it by Blom. Blom went down slightly, trying to win in the center circle. It's knocked forward for Pooch, closing in on the top of the box. Right foot hit it right at Berkey. Sinking shot. Berkey goes to his knees and puts it in Tupperware.
Not a great decision by Pooch there. Could be fatigue. As they came forward with numbers up, decides to hit one against Berkey from 24 instead of maybe pushing a player in.
Pooch is going to be asked to do quite a bit with Chicharito out. Certainly through the end of this season, perhaps done for his LA Galaxy career. Down went Vasilev on the sideline. Carnell wanted a foul. Instead, it's poked out of bounds for a Galaxy throw. City and LA, 76 minutes. City up by uno, 1-0 on a Giacchini finish. One of just 2 games in the MLS today. Portland is hosting FC Dallas. It'll start at 9 Central Time. It's our MLS scoreboard, powered by Woods Basement Systems. Check them out at woodsbasementsystems.com. Woods Basement Systems, drying up wet basements since 1986. Chance materializes across the top of the box for the Galaxy. They get it at the end line. A second crossage, chested out of bounds by Nerwinski. He was left to his lonesome after Boyd swung the ball across the box. And I think Berkey wanted him to just maybe settle it down. He's also frustrated they got through for that chance to materialize.
No, he's congratulating Nowinski because that was a gutsy maneuver by Nowinski to turn that ball.
Well, it was mighty dangerous. I thought he was saying, don't try that again. Pooch now going to cross on the fourth corner for LA. Top of the box, and it's swatted away by Berkey. Oh, baby. Roman Berkey swatting things like a bad argument on the pickleball court. It's Hebert who muscles it forward down that left side. Galaxy reclaim at midfield. LA. They have put up quite a fight playing for Chicharito today after he suffered that ACL injury. Is it in the cards, though? The City's dominated at home this season, up 1-0. Boyd down the right side, just about 18 yards from the end line, has it knocked away out of bounds by Parker, and subs are going to come in, and as you predicted, Dale, it's going to be en masse 4 for the Galaxy, 2 for City.
Yeah, this is really worrisome because you're talking about 10 to 15 minutes to go in the game. 4 players coming in for LA will change the pace at which the game is played. It may not be as technical, but it will be athletic, and they will have fresh legs, and they will commit numbers going forward. They'll likely go to one less defender, another attacker. It is going to be worrisome for St. Louis City as we figure out all the changes, and City's making a couple changes as well.
Chris Mavinga, Kelvin Leardam, Preston Judd, and Daniel Aguirre into this contest now for LA. Tomas Ostrak, ACL Jackson into this game for City here in the 78th minute. City up 1-0. It's been a fascinating game that's included an incredible finish by Nico Gioacchini. Make sure you check it out on social media at STL City SC. What a finish from Gioacchini in the 69th minute.
Well, we're going to need the legs of Azil. We're going to need Ostrak's legs.
And they both get their first touches here. Jackson, loose ball sent forward to Ostrak. Now the favor repaid. Jackson down the right side of the box. Cross has it smacked back toward the sideline. Jackson and Ostrak, the second and third subs of the game after Pompeu came in 20 minutes ago. Hebert back toward midfield. Outside on that left edge now is Pompeu. Gets the ball on the sideline, trying to go to work. Gioacchini calling forward to the middle. Jackson tapping into the box with Pompeu. Chipped it. Had it blocked going toward the near post. It ends up out of bounds. City is going to have a corner kick, 5th of the game for the home team.
I love Cilio on the left more so than the right. On the left, he's willing to go to the end line to his left and cut in, and he's more dangerous with his right. Much more effective coming on from the left flank.
That was Leardam, the 32-year-old from Suriname, on the block and sliding back to disrupt the play. 80th minute, Leuven with the corner. City wants a second here in this second half. As he go outside the 6 again, has been his want against the 6'5" Bond. Skips one toward the top near edge. Bartlett couldn't grab it. Now Pompeu outside the box fires a shot. It's tipped up and tipped out, and it will be out of bounds for a corner kick for City. Deja vu all over again as Edward Leuven goes to the flagstick. The foundation wall cracks in your basement are a yellow card. Leaking cracks are a red card. Call the All Things Basement experts, Woods Basement Systems, for a free estimate. WoodsBasementSystems.com. Fix that foundation or wet basement problem forever. WoodsBasementSystems.com. Leuven chases one down outside the 18 after a short corner. Tap cross field. Nerwinski off a tee. Curls toward the spot. Wanted Parker. A header fell for Leuven. Didn't get a volley cleanly. Pieced it in the box toward Hebert. It's gotten to the edge of the box where Pompeu fires a shot that goes just wide of the far post. Frisbeed it across the face of the goal. No one there to either tap it in, and couldn't curl quite in either. Leuven started the chance almost with a rip from the top of the box. Hebert and Pompeu almost made something of it from the sides. 81st minute, 1-0, City advantage. Looking to win their 10th in MLS play. Berkey snuffs a long ball here. They wanted a runner. Joveljic no longer in the game. It's
Judd.
Up to Judd, the 24-year-old out of Las Vegas. 2 balls on the field for a moment. Now the Galaxy go back through the defense. They go through Puig, of course. Tap forward, Judd. Delgado closing in on the box. Rips a right-footed shot, but helicopters it safely into the supporters section. 82nd minute. City up 1-0. It's time for our Ted Drew Sports Desk. Jen Cease, what are you seeing?
Tomas Ostrak was our pregame interview, and I'd like to call out that he said in a previous press conference that Adu is the engine. And Dale, I know you noted that Leuven is tired. He's very tired. We've only got 2 subs coming into their 4. Really important for the 2 to be super subs.
Yeah, and start on the goal side of the ball. Let's not get on the wrong side of the ball to start getting your starting position.
City with the afternoon contest today. City 2 is taking on Huntsville in Alabama. That'll be at 6 o'clock tonight. You can catch St. Louis's City 2 MLS Next Pro Team here at City Park. Tickets starting at $13. Make sure you check out stlcitysc.com/city2 and SeatGeek.com for more information on those tickets. LA earns a throw in midfield on the clearance, and now play around with it in the back. Puig toward the middle of the field. About 7.5 left in regulation. Hamsters one to the left-hand sideline. Galaxy getting through a bit at least here. Aguirre toward the end line, looking to cross from the left side, bangs it into Bartlett. Lucas slams it out of bounds, and 10 yards from that end line. It's everybody's favorite Aude. Bounces it into Puig. Tried to flick it back. He was knocked down by Ostrak maybe, but the card does come out. Puig went down, and Ostrak is shown the 4th yellow card for City.
Yeah, it's hands to the face. It's an automatic yellow card. I don't know if Tomas agrees with it, but a restart and Judd that came into the game is a monster of a man. He's going to match up physically with Parker and Bartlett. He'll start in an offside position, come back onside and look for a second ball. Looks to be that way.
He's at the top of the 6. Everybody else is actually beyond the spot, closer to the top of the box, and there's pushing, some shoving. Everybody going to be repositioned here before Costa strikes it. Just about 6-7 yards off the sideline. Just under 25 yards from the end line. City up by a goal. 84th minute. Looking for a defensive stand here. In this exciting game against the LA Galaxy, City has outshot the visitors 20-11. Costa with everyone ready now. Left foot, bend, back post interrupted. Headed away by Hebert. Caceres was crashing. Ball went off the top of Hebert's head. The far sideline out of bounds.
Great defensive heading from Hebert at the back post. One of the most difficult balls to deal with.
First year MLS pro, making it look like he's been playing for 10 years. Hebert expertly gets out of trouble. Galaxy go back with the throw to the center of the park. Caceres along the line here. Chris Mavinga tapping forward. Leuven takes it away from Puig. Knocks it back to Nerwinski, who had to recover to it. It's knocked forward by Costa. Spun out wide by Judd. Costa crosses, and it's tipped home. LA will tie the game here in this 85th minute. A 1-1 score for the LA Galaxy. A late strike that is just booted on a bounce past Berkey. He got a piece, but it skips into the back of the net to even things out.
Yeah, look, they've added players. Leuven wins the ball there, knocks it to Nerwinski. Nerwinski gets it caught underneath him. He's of 2 minds there, whether to play big and safe or to try to connect the pass and maintain possession. The resulting loss of possession is the ball for Costa, who serves it 1-1.
Yeah, and that was a good little service outside by Aguirre. who then crashed the goal and got his foot up and took a line drive pass, bounced it, skipped off of Berkey's mitts, and ended up to make this a tie game. Well, Bradley Carnell trying to rally his team now for a final surge to reclaim these 3 points. City with about 6 minutes left in regulation, leading 1-0 on a Jokini wonder finish, feeding him again long. It's knocked out of bounds, and it was knocked out of bounds by Mavinga.
So what kind of resiliency do we have?
It's a corner for City. Jokini on a run. Didn't look like he had a great chance at it, and it just ended up, outside of his range a little bit, but ended up over the end line, courtesy of Mavinga. So Leuven, here as we get to the 87th minute in a tie game, corner from the right attacking side. Edward elevating toward the near post, but hammered back down 6 yards from the end line. Leuven will get a chance from the sideline. Flares one to the box. Parker gets ahead on. Jackson chasing back after the ball. Galaxy able to ease it outside. They have 3 draws on the season. City has just 1. That is across 15 MLS matches and 2 in the Open Cup as well. Galaxy controlling to the back with 3.5 minutes to go before stoppage time. Pooge from the middle third ushers one toward the back line. It's tipped by Bartlett away from Judd. Judd still putting the pressure on. Bartlett was able to save it, but the ball slips out on the sideline. Looks like it did. This is good news. Go off the Galaxy. City from way, way deep. 15 yards from the end line. A throw. Nerwinski tapped on by the head of Jackson. No looked well by Jokini. Racing through the middle of the park now is Ostrak. Pompeu going down the left side. Good pass from Ostrak. Top of the box. Pompeu cuts it back to the middle. Right-footed shot blocked at the top of the rectangle. Galaxy spring back to reclaim possession. Jackson trying to catch up to the ball. Nudges it away from the goal scorer, Aguirre. Ball ends up with it in the middle third for City. 87:30 gone by here this afternoon. Still 1-1. Sweep on by Ostrak in the Galaxy end. Stopped up by the combo of Mavinga and Aude. Launched out of the back and out of bounds down the left side just inside the City end. Nerwinski throw.
What a great moment City had as the ball finds Pompeo wide left. Ostrak runs into his path. If he stays away, Pompeo has the option of going end line or hitting it. Ostrak took up one of the 2 channels, made Pompeo moment predictable.
2 minutes left in regulation. Jokini flicks one down the left side of the box. Leuven catches up to it. Edward twisting back, top of the rectangle. Jokini brings it down on a bounce. Knocks it outside. Nerwinski laces one across the top of the 6, but it drifts through. Grabbed by Pompeu on the sideline, who saves it. Gives it to Leuven. Top corner of the box. Fires one for Jokini in the middle, but it's repelled by the Galaxy back line. Parker wins it back. Ostrak going to work. 28 yards from goal. Tries a shot and just rolls it harmlessly on the ground for Bond to fall on.
Ostrak there, a little anxious, a little ambitious. No momentum going forward on the ball to hit it from that sort of distance.
Today's match presented by University of Missouri St. Louis, celebrating 60 years of transforming lives through higher education. Just 1 minute left in regulation. Tied 1-1, City and the LA Galaxy. Clearance ends up out at midfield. City is going to get a toss. Lionel Messi's team yesterday fell in New England. Final score 3-1. Messi not active until at least July. That's our Woods Basement Systems scoreboard. Woods Basement Systems. Drying up wet basements since 1986. WoodsBasementSystems.com.
We still have work, Joey. We still have work.
They have certainly given us work with this late equalizer by Aguirre. With the ball in the back. Chip it toward midfield. Bartlett and Jackson try to close it down. Nerwinski nudges it to Leuven laterally. Tries to slip a pass through for Pompeo. Handled easily in the back by Leerdam. Clearance long off the head of Judd. By Hebert. He knocked it to Leuven in the center circle. Hebert is whistled for a foul that came in a second late. Another Galaxy down and really selling it. Carnell at this point, he is just staring blankly. A lot of whistles against City of this variety today. And time wasted sufficiently to get us into Enterprise stoppage time. Enterprise, official partner of St. Louis City FC. Costa was spilled. A soft foul whistled against Hebert. Restart, middle of the park for the Galaxy. See how they want to play this, going toward this flag waving. Rock